folks on YouTube land. Coyote here. How are you? It's been a while. And I figured I'd break the ice, even though sure I'd like to come on very consistently. But I've had some changes in my life, and they're good. And so I want to come on and be as supportive as I can. Talk about timing, give a little hint, and talk about these portals that we're going to be experiencing the Line Gate portal. Um, Gosh, I'm gonna only speak to that a little bit because I'm even finding out more myself. Except the energies are intense right now and vibrant and full and alive and churning and wanting you to desire to name what you want and to feel that fulfillment and that focus of what you really wish to have happen in your life and bring it in. And absolutely apply yourself in this manifestation time. Be the force and the change you wish to see in the world. Gandhi said that. Great things that I have done, you can do that and more. Yeshua said that. I say you are the key, activate the power within. So tonight I'm going to read some cards about talking about the timing that we're going through and what kind of message tonight and into tomorrow that you can take with yourself to really percolate with and take a message of support for your freedoms, for your spirituality, for the wealth that you want, the health that you want, the partner that you want, in terms of, yeah, bring out more in your partner, that's great, or having the courage to go is just as much as the courage to keep a high vibe so that you can assist your relationship in a co-creation, in a partnership, to help shift the tide. Now, no one is telling you to stay, for example, in a relationship that's horrible, bad, and abusive. But if you really want to stay, and that's your choice, what could you do to shift things? If you're feeling more of your lack of limitation, not a good place. If you're feeling more like the other person just seems to drag you down and there is nothing you can visit. And I'm not talking about tit and tat, like name calling and stuff like that. I'm really talking about what can you do to raise the vibe. I'm all for you staying if you really, really have that strength of fortification. Because, I mean, if the waves are coming at you, at some point you like it, but at some point the beach you're going to say, I'm just going to get out of the bigger waves right now. Just enjoy the view. I'm going to observe. I'm going to bask in the day, the sun, the light. I'm going to watch those waves crash in. And at some point, I may go in again, or I may stay. Because I love that fresh pounding. Maybe you're used to the abuse or pounding, or you really want to be with the elements. But it's okay to step back. Just like if you show up at the airport, all eager to go for that European vacation, all eager because you got your ticket in your hand and you're going to show up ready for that plane, be the first one, if they'll let you be the first one on, or just be there so you're in that area, you got the seat that you want, you're really eager, you show up 3 days early, you show up 2 weeks early, you show up X hours early, you ain't getting on no plane. No plane's waiting for you. So timing is everything. And as far as love goes, if the person you've started out with and doesn't seem to be a match, if that is the best person for you, and you are so sincere about it, and they shift to meet you at a level that you absolutely can share a space where you're thriving, that person will come back. Now, chances are they won't. In some cases, they do. They absolutely do for different reasons. And of course, we've seen Hollywood movies about it, and we write stories about it, sing songs about it. But here's the thing. Sometimes when you take some time in your timing to observe and truly, truly take stock in your power, yourself, your own breath of being and divinity, you may not, as much as you love someone, you may kind of like not being around them because you've had that freedom, that space to explore, to observe, and feel you and fall deeper in love with you. So timing is everything. Just like during these last 2.5 years, timing is everything. We've got this side saying this side saying that, some people in the middle. Sometimes this timing of this side says, yeah, any time now, yeah, rah, rah, rah. Sometimes this timing, they're observing, they're threatening, they're hinting, They want you to be afraid. This one wants you to be positive and will name times. This one wants to be fearful and name times before, and they're fighting back and forth. Timing is everything. To uplift, you need the right timing. To destroy, you need the right timing. But guess what? The bad guys are losing. Sorry, bad guys are losing. It's just a fact. And it's a time in history where many, many cultures, indigenous people, have known of this great age of Aquarius, the great awakening, the great reset, great introspection, great light, shift to 5D. This is the time, it's the timing. And you're going, kicking and screaming if you want. So you're going, and as we get into it a little more, you may not like it because you're kicking and screaming and then can complain. It's much easier if you just let go and ponder a few things. And it's okay if you were wrong or a stupid head, a poop head. It's okay. It's okay because every half hour, if you want to change, change. You're entitled to change your opinion, your side, your viewpoint, have new beliefs. You're allowed. Now, one time in history, timing is everything, you did the job that your dad did. You did the role that your mom did. At one time in history, and in some cultures, you got married at a certain age or you were promised. Timing is everything because we don't do that so much now. Some families and cultures may have that practice, but it's not I don't care for this word so much, mainstream. It's not what most people do. And there was a time in history that may have, through programming, been appropriate when people lived in far off places and having a hard time traveling, needed to develop their families in terms of farming and health. And because some, it seems, died younger, you wanted to be married earlier, or some out of necessity and dollars may have married into a richer family. And so that person may have been older. And we believed in some of those rules for political, economical, cultural, environmental, practical ways for cultures, for people to build towns, cities, their own level and sense of the times economy. They did things a certain way. But because we're in 2021, we don't have to do things how they did in 1675 or how they did things at 13th century. We have to do things like way back when. Although there have been practices that have been pretty barbaric, but have been terminating these past 70 years, if not the past, 36,000 years or longer. Oh yeah. Those are the things you don't want to hear and talk about somebody. You want to run away and call me names. I don't care, call me crazy. No, scroll away. But I think that some of you like to call me crazy because, quite frankly, I gotta say it, you're fucking nuts. And that's okay. You can be fucking nuts. If I'm crazy, it's because I'm bringing you truth and I'm bringing you some spiritual truth. I'm giving you ideas to ponder. So you can take it to heart that you are powered by the stars and you are so amazing. Energy, frequency, vibration. All you are is energy in a form so lowered as to be perceived. There is no matter. We are having an experience in a human body. And for those truthers out there, and so you know who you are, and I love all of you a lot. Oh, we're only human. Screw that. Stop it, you famous 4,000K, 400,000 followers. Stop saying, we're human. We're only human. And then you give all these great truths and great information. Cut the, you know what? Cut it. We are having a human experiences from being a divine being sent here through all kinds of hoops and agreements, infinite mind, with a soul contract to do our purpose on earth. And we're doing it in a vehicle of a human body, it seems. And yes, the human vehicle has some frailties, and yet we know through the power of mind and heart and word, boom, you get to manifest, you get to recreate You get to turn back hands of time. You get to be that on the leading edge. You get to be so amazing because you don't compare yourself to anyone else. You stand in the field alone or with others who may be similar in thought or action, but definitely noble, uplifting, on purpose, clear minded clairvoyance, using all their special skills and abilities to bring together unity, to bring together the force of good. And for that, you don't get a fucking, and I love that word, you don't get to fucking say, I'm only human, I made a mistake. I'm only human. No, stop it. Stop it. Stop it, you psychics out there who want to fall back if you make a mistake. Just say you made a mistake. That's how you read the cards. You made a mistake. Your wires were crossed. You made a mistake. Make a shift. But don't be telling me you're fucking human. That's why I don't watch it so much. Because you know what? I'm more than human. How's that, baby? Okay. So timing is everything. And that again ties into if you make a mistake and you're like, don't please, that's a learned program. I'm human. Stop it. You're from the divine mind, infinite creator, source of everything that created vast, that allowed, excuse me, you Christians out there, allowed vast evil to take place. And us in good, wanting good stead, to mirror, to clash, to explode, to know this time, this great awakening. Yeah, timing is everything. Imagine the psychics, the Christ to Jesuses, the Gandhis, the researchers, the David Ikes, the seers, the Elizabeth Prophets, George Washington, who could had dreams and could see. Kim Clement could see in the future, could feel what would happen, could feel this World War III, silent, deadly, devastating, unfathomable evil being dealt with and being dealt with. And timing is everything. Timing is everything. So please, those of you I've cared about in my own way, or saying so as I write into your chats, of course, it was great care. Stop playing small. Stop. Catch yourself in that observation, that program. You are more than what you look like. You are more than human. You're just in this vessel. Some things play out, but you know the med beds are coming. You know we can levitate. You know the focus and the energy is possible. You know these things, so stop it. Stop being stupid. That's why I don't pay you no more. Pay me. I know a lot. I know quite a lot, and I'm catching you on your own garbage. But that's because you need to grow, and so do I. Or any of you out there, stop it. When you make a mistake, hey, I'm sensitive. I apologize. Sometimes that's not going to cut it. The person just wants to be angry and complain and do their programming. Well, but don't take it. I mean, it's coming at you. But let it, do your best, get it, let it go out. And stand in your I am presence and in your power. And you can walk away too if they get too garbage mouth on you. Because you don't have to carry all the burden. You made a mistake or something. It doesn't go on and on. Love is not a doormat. My favorite saying, I think. A lot of favorite sayings, but that's one of them. Love is not a doormat. Love, look up Tesla, talking about frequencies and energy and vibration and what's possible. Look at even the old guys of Greece and all their in their philosophies and in their encouragements about the human existence and the divine relationship. Understand, how are we speaking? What's the observation? Let's watch our world and truly walk into that age of Aquarius with our bright light, with our aura so thick of that love frequency. It's not about killing. It's not about hate on hate. It's about understanding that frequency at such a level that we so love and care We are exponentially sending that love out as it radiates 50 miles, 500 miles, 5,000 miles, and with intent keeps going. So that our shadow is cleared, not so that we bring ourselves down, but we face whatever it is, our own private black box of that which we would probably not do in hindsight if we could go back and undo, whatever that is. And we have the opportunity to say, maybe it wasn't so great. Maybe it was even awful. I guess I would do it differently. But it made me who I am today. Rich, vibrant, alive, wealthy, if not wealthy in your coffers, wealthy in spirit, wealthy in knowing. I stand in the I am presence. I am true. I am noble. I am of the light. I am of the light of the Alpha Omega. I am the light of the infinite creator. I am light. I am a part of that light of the world, the good, best, right, loving light. And you get to shine. And don't you squelch your light for anybody. Now, we can't always maintain that high vibe, but it doesn't have to always sink down low. We get to the practice where our vibe stays high. And we surround ourselves with information, people, activities, thought forms, new definitions, animals, plants, skies, to keep us lifted, music, creativities, and speaking possibilities of that which we find attractive and good and clear and right. Not righteous over, but right and best and kind is not a random act. Kind is a practice of choice that you live into and are. Yeah. Timing is everything. Sometimes you're not ready for this timing. Sometimes you gotta be a motherfucking bastard. Sometimes you feel like being a motherfucking bastard. And that's okay. Because that's who you are at the time. That's who you are, hopefully accepting yourself at the time. And if that was hidden away and numb, and you finally get to look at it, all right, I was one of those. You say, wow, you could laugh, you could cry, you could do whatever you want, but that made you rich and a springboard into what's next, which is really good. So a lot of the really famous intuitives and psychics and those with like super huge channels, they are basically, coming out that there is going to be some energy shifts, some perhaps military induced messages, perhaps, things may look not so much darkness, but it may look a little funky for 6 to 10 days there as some things shape up. And there are many of us that we wish, yeah, show some real good junky stuff that we had to swallow in learning so the sleepy people will wake up. And sometimes I feel like, well, maybe it won't be that, but some great epiphany that helps people across the board realize that spirituality, God force stuff, frequency of energy vibration, all that has existed forever and ever and ever and ever before any being was created. So old are the universe and multiverses, angels, angelics. They just know that God, infinite intelligence, has always been and ever will. So old is that frequency of care. So anyway, intuitives have been saying for a while, and I know it's like, well, okay, when's it gonna happen? When's it gonna hit the fan? When are we gonna see stuff? You're not supposed to see everything. Because if you saw everything, a lot of people, there would be all kinds of mixed up, messed up riots and killing. Not just from narcissist and egotistical this and that side. It'd be like a lot of people just losing it. And the whole idea was to bring about this great awakening in such a way that people get, hey, our countries have constitutions. and it means we have rights. Hey, what science is that? You never showed this, you never showed that, and now we're going to do what? Oh, excuse me, you kept saying this, and I've been a good girl. I've been a good boy. I've been a good owner of. And now we're going to do what? It's about one taking stock of their presence, waking up and saying, no more. Excuse me. I was willing to go and go and go. And I'm so pushed and pressed to the wall that it almost feels like I'm in a garbage uh, smashing container. No, I'm done now. I've done 2 years or whatever that you said was a law, which was never a mandate is never a law by a mayor or a governor. Hello, no laws. Hello. Then you went along with it because again, I've said this before. Being good, being respectful is first respecting yourself in a very centered, intelligent, caring, freeing, knowing, kind way. And then being able to express, thank you, no, this is what's right for me. You can do that. You can do that. I'm doing this. No one has a right to force you into a medicine in the arm. No business. No government. Nobody. Not your family. Not your lover. Nobody. Not your dog. Nobody. That's your choice. Or are you well informed? By whom and where and what? And none of you that's in opposition to what I'm saying says, go away. What did you say? Name everything that's in those vaccines. And all the 3 vaccines, name what's in them, name what they do, name their effects, good or bad, name them. You can't. You can't. But I can point you to places, and I can point you to articles, and I can point you to people that have a list of a lot of truth around those in the arm. I don't memorize all of them, you know why? Because I know who I am. And I don't need to know because I ain't going to get a in my arm or my ass. No way. Zero, zero. Because I know who I am. I know where I come from. I know what my job is to help you, to uplift you, to ponder, to consider, to look up, to discuss, to have happy debates, not proving debates, happy as best we can, because respect is respect at the end of the day. And if you give somebody some news and you deliver it in such a way and they ain't ready for it, they may have a nervous breakdown. And I know sometimes I tell you to have a nervous breakdown because you should have a nervous breakdown because it's pretty horrible. However, pick yourself up, cry, get it out of you, scream it out of you, whatever, overeat, overdrink, over whatever, or not. And then breathe in the answer, breathe in the solution, breathe in the questions, and let them out. What did I miss? This is what I thought. Okay, give it to me in an easy way to understand about that. Okay, give it an easy way to me to understand about that. I'm gonna let people know I've been telling you for 2 years. Look up Alan Dulles. Look up the Lilly effect. Look up Stockholm syndrome. Look up Philadelphia experiment. Look up Montauk. Look up energy, frequency, vibration. Look up Tulsa. Look up the size of a flu virus. Look up the size of a COVID model. Look into some shows and watch. In fact, I even been saying, oh yeah, on Facebook they shut me off for a while. Look up, talk to your police department. Ask them where symbols of pedophilia are. You could have, if you have knowing the police in your life, the detectives that search for children and who arrest those who are noted or discovered or found out to be pedophiles. There's certain language and there's certain symbols. You can find that. Look up who's in charge of television programs. Look up the star of the CIA. Look up Look up MK mind control. Consider. Look up uh, Nuremberg Code. Nuremberg Code. That's real law. That's a real law. And some people are gonna go bye because they were knowingly doing treasonous acts against the United States and its people. But that's across the whole globe. Now, timing is everything. Imagine being one of those people who wrote books, who knew things. A George Washington, your angel took you into the future and showed you America, showed you the world, but showed you a couple of timelines how it could go. And you woke up knowing everything, knowing every detail, and writing about it, and your heart racing because we have free will on this planet. And if the free will didn't rise to the occasion, this would be a slave planet, a planet of blood. It has been a planet of blood. Moon has been a planet of blood. Um, Mars has been a planet of blood. The rings around Saturn have held wars and fighting, whatever. Probably a lot of trading of things that you don't like. Planet of blood. Venus is still a planet of love. And Earth, Terra, Earth, a planet of such vast beauty and wealth that in our near future, when our ET cousins come here, for sure, with full disclosure, first reveal, it's going to be cool because we will have this lush, lush vacation land where we really are in brotherhood, sisterhood. We are and will be part of the Galactic Federation of Nations. There'll be the Galactic Federation of Worlds, which monitors the universes and multiverses and dimensions, and we'll have nations that come together. Won't be called countries. Nations will be formed. There will be emissaries, dignitaries. Traveling will be like you see in Star Trek. It has been actually. So much for us to know. But my card stuff that I wanted to talk about briefly and do for us was since we're coming into a Lionsgate, and I don't know the dates, but it's between this full moon that has just come out of and the next full moon of August. Two full moons, very close, and another portal to get through. And great, wonderful, what's the word? Wonderful victories for good at a great cost of all kinds of lives and sadness too in the great deep underground military bases and in some places where the good forces cannot get in to rescue innocent of slavery or born into, those who've been experimented on and born as hybrid. The mission was to save everyone. But some of what's come about is great military going in to fight other beings, off-worlders, or those in collaboration with evil, instead of always being ambushed or having been ambushed a few times, instead of losing a whole regime, what do you call it, a battalion, I'm not sure of the word, 200 soldiers here and there, because they went into the duns and traps were set and they didn't rescue anyone and they all died. Then lives are lost, innocent lives, born into slavery, born into horrible experimentation, born into cannibalism. These beings that would, and I hope that some were found and are becoming well and have been underground, but they will be our ex-men and ex-women They will be part of our planet, part of our new people and species, part of great wonder, intelligence, gifts, skills. Some of you used to have a hard time when you could look at someone in a wheelchair. Don't ask a question. Don't even embrace them. Some of you can't even stand it when you see homeless people and you make fun, like get a job, or they look raggedy and gross, or they're addicts. Stop it. Because we are embracing all kinds of life, all kinds of looks going into this age of Aquarius. And evil in its unfathomable, diabolical, juicy, satanic grossness. And thrive with money and power and lies and black spells and casting and trying to fool us and fooling some. They have been a mirror to our goodness, greatness, and empowerment. So you just have appreciation, have a deep appreciation over who you are this moment, because you get to sail into the age of Aquarius if you so choose. If you keep a low mindset, well, you may be croaking off the planet yourself. You may not ever this whole time get it and live out and struggle. While many will wish well for you and want to help you, but we will be thriving and rising and raising because that's fun to thrive and rise and raise and feel good and want goodness and want kindness and harmony and brightness and bliss. Why not? Why would you want to struggle and complain? Some people say, this is a learned behavior. I've got nothing to complain about. And I mean the brightest of people, the brightest of someone you might admire. Stop it. Stop inviting complaint by saying got nothing to complain about. Stop it. Just say, I'm great. Just say, today's a good day. Say, it could be better, but I have lots to appreciate, lots to be grateful for, and I'm focused on that. I know I can. I may feel low today, but I know I can. It's temporary. It's just temporary. Walking by a mirror. I'm cute. Walking by a mirror. I love you. Walking by a mirror. Some days I don't know if you're cute, but I really like you. I like you. Focus on good. The more good you focus on, the more you raise your vibration, and you train and retrain yourself to know you got it. You got it. Not that person, not that person. You got it. You can have it. You are it. You can be it. You are it. It exists in the now. Yeah, we're at 32 minutes. So I want to do some cards. I might have to cheat sheet it a little bit here. Timing is everything. So what kind of thoughts? What can we look forward to? What would be reveal some cards that'll help us maintain our spirit, that'll point a way during this time where people don't see, but it is happening. People are rising up. Oh, look at this. What cards are all switched around? They've been wanting me for the last couple of weeks. It's just you. Anything that pops out for me, I'm going to use. Just going to go see if they'll just talk to me in 2 or 3, something like that. But what do they want us? How can we get some help with these cards to keep us, let me think for a second. Keep us. Oh, hello, Mr. Lynch. Peace, respect, health, happiness, and love to you, Mr. Dom. What do we have? Commenda. Remember, what did I call you, darling? Have you been calling yourself? Commander Dom Lynch? Have you been commanding? So, if you've just joined me, we're going to put out some cards. I'm going to put out some cards to give us spiritual uplift during these next, few weeks. But at the same time, I'm going to pick cards again. Just some message that helps us stay super positive. Do not worry. Stay out of worry, because there are some states and countries where their governments or local governments are saying, "Ah, the variants, you really thinking, the variants, run for your lives." I am being sarcastic and facetious. Run for your lives, it's the Pharaoh's man. Everyone calls you Lynch now? Oh, do you like that? Um, stop it, stop it. No, there is no variant. My dears, the variant created is in the arm that a lot of people got and seemed to make them sick, a new kind of cold. There is no variant. In fact, as much as they say there is a COVID-19 that they created, I think fear over an intended virus can do wonders on your psyche and reduce the most courageous into a piece of nothing. And that's what they've done very successfully. You didn't say, where's the proof? Show me the science. Show me the real data. Nobody. Somebody had an authority and y'all acquiesced. No. We can't even go there to think because that's conspiracy. Because that's not following government. Excuse me. That's a whole another podcast, and they've been done as well. So what I'm saying is, let's look at some cards that help us with our divinity, that helps keep us empowered, so that when you start to hear, mask up, backs up, shut up, this is about standing in the field, not even as a lonely scarecrow, as an empowered being of goodness and questioning. And if you don't know the right questions to ask, listen to your heart and stand. So, what can you give us, little cards? How about just staying in that place where we're going through lots of energies and they're going to be very intense. It's coming to this real blow up head. Not even between, I don't even think by September. I think now, August, boom! I can't even think that it's going to take September, October. I think it's now, really. So, what can you give us for super support while we're going through the last vestiges of some evil lives? I'm going to read this out loud for people because they might see it later, but I love you and have since the first day I seen you, Coyote. I want you to know that. Wasn't that? That's really kind. I'm going to segue here, everybody, but I'm going to put the energy into the cards. Don't you worry. I'm going to do it. I just want to say something to the chat because right now no one else is joining as far as I know. Dawn, there are some times I miss you too, and I miss the group collective of engaged Reiki. It hasn't felt completely right to go back, and I certainly didn't want to just come back and go, hey, here I'm here, and pay attention to me. I don't want to have that kind of vibe going along with that. And gosh, what else? Honestly, I have to be at a job for 8 o'clock in the morning right now, and I finish like around 5. And so my focus to and I'm learning this new job thing. So to like go and jump on and do this kind of ghost thing, that didn't feel integral to me. So I didn't want to do that. Plus, I probably talked to Kevin, before I go back. But it looks like great. He's got shows all the time, and I'm happy. I'm happy for him, and if he's happy, I'm happy for him. Yeah, I'm happy for you too. Okay. So we want some words of encouragement here, some cards that bring us into our spirit while the energies are changing and during some of this mainstream media blah blah, and during some people that may not know what the good things that are to know, the good things that have been being done, the people that have been making sacrifices, they've been fighting like Flynn, and off-worlders who are helping to bring us light and walking among us already, and who are also fighting in the sky, in the earth, and on top to keep us steady in our hearts, to know how much we are cared for by the infinite intelligence and by them too. And that 5D and 6D and 7D, 11D, 12D, that's all where we're going, really. Aim where you want to go. So, what can we have that will bring us to our spiritual awareness? That will really just keep us loving during this time when we're hearing all kinds of stuff and people are fearful around us. Let's just think. Okay. What news? What news? It's, oh my God, 9:08. I want to go to bed. Yeah. Just letting the cards roll, and I'll pull them and share them in a second. There's 2. I don't really want 8 to jump out at us, but we're going to see what's going on. Yep. Okay, so I got 4. I'm going to turn them over in a moment. I have to see if Dom is still here and anyone who catches me. This has been I only sworn a little bit. Like I swore under 5 times. It was kind of different. It was so good. I mean, it feels, so I'm a type of person, it feels good to swear because it's just getting everything out of your system. But I think there's a time and place to swear. Like I can't force myself to swear. It just comes when it comes. And it's really nice when I can just let my hair down and just swear. But I understand some people that puts them off. But it's just a really hard sounding, really empowering adjective that kind of helps zing and put into place what you want to deliver, like that. So, yeah. Okay, let's see what's going on. Ooh. Okay. So the cards I have are really, I'm just going to kind of do a real quick one with this, although I tend to say more even when it's going to be quick. And as far as numbers go, let me see if I'm going to do any numbers with it. And I'm sorry, it's really weird if I can. Trying to see really well. Okay. There's a 4 here. So this is time this card is called Reflect and Release. And it's really like Ascended Master card. You can think of this as St. Francis or Jesus with the animals all around and beautiful Mount Shasta, so holy, amazing luminous sky, a guide that all presence is being watched over, brought together in peace. And in this reflection, you get to empower yourself. You get to call in that peace. You get to create in the presence of I am, in the presence of holiness. You are helped in every way. And number 4 is about the leap of faith. Gosh, it's been a while, right? Being, leap of faith, getting out of your comfort zone and honoring your temple. And here you have like species all coming together. You have like wolf and there's something else too. Wolf, dog, husky, coyote, cat. You have the birds, the eyes of God coming together. You have currently 4, it looks like 4 animals. Hang on. Oh, yeah. So 4 animals. The card is 4. The being is you, with all life around you in the presence of holiness to reflect and release and have that leap of faith in this now. This card that's next is go forward and leave the past behind. If you can all start to question and see and embrace, go forward and leave the past behind, which means that there has to be new definitions in our thinking, new definitions for the new system, new way of doing things. Instead of, oh, we want things to go back to normal. Oh, we want to have this new world. Well, you have to have new visionaries. Hire new visionaries. Be a new visionary for going forward and leaving the past behind. It can't be done the same way. You can't bring back all those same elements and have new be birthed. It's okay. Go forward, leave the past behind. This is number three, mind, body, spirit. Number three, Father, Son, Holy Ghost. This is Father, Mother, Earth. Father, Mother, oh, whatever that third one is. You'll tell me. Um, and then you have the DNA, right? The coupling of the flamingos or swans or whatever they are, their DNA, their necks looking like that DNA helix and their baby, the new birth. And this is Sarah, I think. Oh, okay, so it could be Mary Magdalene or it could be Sarah, but I think it's Mary Magdalene. Let's say it's Mary Magdalene. Oh, the horse here is part of the old paradigm. As you see, it's not in the forefront, it's behind the old. In this card, it represents the old ways. And then you have another free flying flamingo or bird of the sky. So I want to say in this card, it is about being in a new place, being crossing the water, being new, looking forward to something new, being from somewhere and coming to a new place. That's what this is about, and that's what we're doing. We're in the age of Aquarius, and as we're coming out of this fight of light and dark, the fight of good and evil, the fight that Satan is losing and really has lost, the last remnants of junk is being understood, is being uncovered, and then full or more disclosure coming to us, and we're moving forward. So it's stepping onto that new land as new. Let's see. Love, wisdom, fortune, motivation, and movement, flow of energies, which it is. Again, we have coming out this full moon, going into a lion's gate, going into another full moon in August. Bam. August 1st, just at the end of this month, August 1st, very intense energies. Okay. Then we have acclimate, accept where you are. This is number 8, number 6, number 11, hello. Number 2, which is balance, harmony, yin yang, vibrational balance. So to me, this is also a kind of a wisdom card of reflection of sometimes I see it for people that they are in grace, but they are not caring for where they are right now. And yet the home fires are there for them. And they're making a choice whether to stay, go within, establish peace, perhaps even with their own choices, move on. But acclimating to where they are right now, because where you are is where you are, and finding some appreciation. You can know where you are and where you're going to leave, but you can also bless where you are. Because if you don't bless where you are and accept where you are, going where you're going, you're taking all that old stuff with you. And we are just supposed to move forward and leave the past behind and release and reflect where we are so that we can be fully embracing what's next. Yeah. And 11 is also number 2, so balance, vibration, balance, yin and yang. Lower chakras, so red and black, red and orange. This is all the creation space, the grounded space, the foundation space. So we need to understand our own foundation in moving forward. Okay, this one. This is a picture of Mary Magdalene. Right there. I think she's called the Black Madonna of Prague. Doesn't say it does say that, the Black Madonna of Prague. And this is words cannot express it. And this is a number 9, which is a very good spiritual number that I have down for us. So, yeah. 9 is share your wisdom. Stand in truth, not in someone's face, but stand in your truth, even though it's hard and you're the only one in the field. Share that wisdom with the world. And this is also linked to your compassion and empathy. Watch how you give your energy away, as in, don't fight with people. Am I supposed to be happy? Let me just have a segue, folks, from this. If you are not happy right now, then you're not happy. And you can't push that out of the way. You have to understand, why am I not happy? Why am I not happy? You may have other things going on, right? Around you. Perhaps you're sensitive about all that's going on around you. Remember, a lot is happening that's really, really good. And yes, we are supposed to be happy and in bliss. But if you're not feeling happy, then only you can answer, why are you not happy? Are you happy because you're knowing about babies dying? Are you not happy because people still wear a mask and feel fearful? Okay, that's understandable. But you are in charge of your happiness. When you can find a reason in living in now, being happy, anything. You like vanilla ice cream? You like chocolate? You like this really good meal? You like your toes? You like brushing your teeth? You like the cloud? You like me? Something that'll make you smile and be happy. Let that radiate in you, exponentially be a magnet to bring in another thing and another thing that makes you happy. You are not in control of everyone else's feelings. You're not in control of making the sun rise. You're not in control of how the water of the ocean splashes the shore. But you are in control of what you think, what you say, and your happiness. If it means you put on music so you dance around the moon, if it means you say a holy prayer that brings you joy, or pet your dog, or see the smile on your child's face, that brings you happiness. Feel it, because you are nothing but love, and from that love, happiness. But if you're not happy, there may be a part of you plugged into a fear, a false premise, a false flag that we were intended to believe and not get out of it, so you would spiral down and become fodder for satanic mind control and other. But you're not there. You're not there. You're happy? Good. Glad you're happy. So, last card, number 9. Share your wisdom and your talents with the world. Do your best not to keep giving yourself to those who really don't want it, because that's you stepping into your own mastery of self-care and your own compassion. When you have compassion for yourself, you have compassion for others. When you have self-knowing and centeredness for self, you can have it a little bit more for others. It radiates out. And we're going to come to know that the Mary Magdalene, the Black Madonna, Goddess Mother Mary Magdalene. And words cannot express it. When you are growing in your own psychic ability and intuition, you may not be able to define it. As you're coming to know the being of your full power, you may not be able to define it to others. And to yourself, you'll have inklings of what that is, and you can create, as you so see fit, a new definition of you and your worth. That's no one else's business, and you don't have to define yourself to anyone. It's about you. So words don't always express what it is you are becoming, or what you are knowing, or how you are serving, but you know that you know. And you don't have to please anyone, nor tout some kind of title, nor have the trumpets go off. You know who you are. You are present as the I am presence. You are victorious, mighty. You are indivisible. You are invincible. You are love. You are the frequency of love. You are commanding, intelligent. Yes, I am that I am. So ta-da! I think that's good enough for someone that hasn't read the cards for several weeks on her channel and could probably say more about the colors and numbers. But to keep us uplifted, to keep us in that way so that we just, it's kind of think like this. Okay, two ways. It's got kind of gross, but it's good. So you got a cat, and the cat got bit by something out there and comes home. And after a couple of days, there's something you're feeling. Well, often when animals get bit, usually there's two marks from the other beast, right? Two puncture marks. And they might have started to close in a not good way. Because cats, for example, heal from the inside out, and humans heal from the outside, the air, down. Okay, but I'm talking about a cat right now. You see these puncture or feel this funky stuff, and they feel this bump stuff. Well, the vet's going to do the same thing. They might like to make it all secretive. You gotta pick. If a scab has formed, you gotta pick that thing. It's gross. Sometimes it smells. If it's been a while, the animal hasn't let you touch them. And you gotta let that yellow junk, water, blood too, out. And sometimes, if it's a bumpy, you'll be pressing on it lightly with compresses, hot compresses. The animal doesn't want to stay still, but you're there. And you gotta force the hook out. It's ooky. It's icky. But that's what a vet's gonna do. Before they put if it does in fact need a drainage or any stupid stuff like that. I've had plenty of cats that things have happened to them, and you could do it yourself. And when I had multiple cats, that's what a vet told me. He said, instead of coming in all this money and you don't have it, you got 6 or 8 cats or whatever I had. This is what you do if they get in a fight. Very honest, very country, very integral vet. He had a thriving business. He didn't need to make more and more money off of me, my pets. And he knew that, and he was very kind to share information. Now, the point of this is when Trump used to talk about draining the swamp, we have deep underground military bases and evil extending way back hundreds and thousands of years, if not millions of years, in different places around our galaxy and universe. Well, the evil gets drained as fast as we're willing to say, I am that I am. I stand in a victorious presence. I am the frequency of love. I cast you to the golden portal into which you cannot return here to earth, harming nothing and no one, not even yourself. Casting you out with love. I do not consent. I know who I am. I stand in the light of Christness. I am Christ in the light, Jesus Christ. I am Yeshua's cousin, and I know who I am. You gotta know who you are. You know if you're for light of the goodness and grace, or you know if you're full of crap. It's that simple. It really is. All right. I'm gonna go now because I'm getting a little tired, and I actually was gonna try to reach someone in Montana for about 15 minutes maybe. And also, I had gotten I haven't had a cavity in over 20 years, folks. And I had a cavity filled a week ago Wednesday, and it was fine. But every now and then, I feel a light, whatever. So I've got to go put some tea tree oil on it because maybe the cavity was so deep. I was told it was deep. That this is just the effects of coming off of all the Novocaine, even though it's been several days, but also it's healing or something. Or if I'm unlucky and I've meditated on it, then I'm fine, it's just passing. But if not, it means I'll have to get the tooth pulled, I think. I don't want to get it pulled. So I'm going to do stuff to and baby it and do some little bit of my own energy stuff on it, like that. Thank you. I appreciate you. I feel very touched by your kindness and words, and yeah, I mean, I used to like those Friday nights, right? Hanging out and shooting the crap. That was really nice. And so yes, I miss you too, and yeah, and I know that you're very special, and Kevin has thought that about you, and you certainly lend to the group with your amazingness. So thank you. I appreciate that. well, I'll keep you posted, and we'll show up from time to time. And yeah, like that. Hopefully, this recording will come out really well. I still haven't got my. Oh, thank you. Yeah, yeah, it would be nice. It's really weird. I read down or something a certain way, and it kind of feels doesn't hurt, not painful, but it feels like when someone punched you. Well, maybe they haven't punched you ever, but if you ever got punched and like it's going away, it doesn't hurt, but if you were to touch it a little, like ow, yeah. So yeah, go do that. I'll do that, and yeah, I appreciate you very much. Well, we can always find each other. For anybody, and especially for Dom, because you're here and I appreciate you as well. Um, Message me, and we'll message each other and friend each other on Facebook. And I think you weren't here when I had someone like call me crazy or something. And I go, yeah, scroll away. And I told them that they're probably like motherfucking hating. So that's okay. They can be that. I think that I'm very honest and that I don't want to mince words. And I know sometimes I'm like very, very, very like sweet because I'm like very, very sweet. But sometimes if I swear, I just gotta swear because it's coming out of me. And I think it's wrong to withhold yourself, and I think it's wrong to like whatever. Yeah. No, I'm not messing with it. I just didn't put tea tree oil on it because tea tree oil is an antifungal, antibacterial. Did you know about tea tree oil, everyone? Tea tree oil. Of course, Captain Cook got eaten by the same people he found their island, and they helped him. But who knows what the hell went on with that? I wasn't there. I'm glad I wasn't. Some people have those lifetimes being pirates and all that junk. Anyway, so tea tree oil is an antifungal, antibacterial. You could use some for your hands, if you're concerned about touching things. You can use it on healing cuts and for stitches, any kind of surgery. A lot of Western doctors don't tell you about it. Most of the time, it doesn't hurt. It might have a sting and be gone. It's not meant to sting. I was going to say that Captain Cook, his crew had scurvy and maladies, and they would take the tea tree leaves, like maybe boil them a little bit, and put them on the shingles and the scurvies and whatever, or drink the tea, the water from the tea, and they were healed. You heal yourself from inside out too. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna brush my teeth as well. Yeah, it just woke me up the other night. But thank you for your kindness. Yeah, it's a tooth. It's the wisdom. It's the wisdom tooth. The wisdom tooth. All right, yeah, that's one. I'm kind of feisty and I'm kind of cute, and but sometimes feisty. You're just feisty. All right, YouTube land. Yeah, I will see you again soon. I appreciate you watching this. I wish you have a fabulous night or day wherever you are. And remember, you're powered by the stars. Powered by the stars. You are the key. Activate your power within. And my little Kylie heart just loves you. Bye, Dom. Bye, everybody. Bye. Bye. Find me. Let's stay in touch. Bye.